I don't know whether you... did you guys notice anything a little abnormal on the way to work today about Martin Place? Look, you know, the clock's there, the sky's there. That's okay. The sun's coming out. The buildings are still there. But I don't... Did you notice the plane? The plane in
yeah, they always park there.
I thought it was Mel coming to work.
What?
Nice landing.
I'm glad that explains it, because I thought, man, we're going to have to really sack our traffic reporters, because they clearly need a few more lessons if they're just going to keep on parking right in there. Is Stevie Wonder flying again? I don't know. We'll see if we can get to the bottom of that one shortly. Actually, I've just found out, word just in, that this is part of a display by Aeromil Pacific. They're the Australian distributors of Cessna planes, and they're trying to reignite the passion for our boyhood dream of flying. And Dick Smith actually is going to come on down a little later on. You know, he's the aviator pioneer himself, an absolute legend of the sky. He's going to share his stories of why flying has been so good to him over the years. We'll catch you in half hour.
Because it's an appropriate place to have it in Martin Place, because just diagonally across, the bloke who runs a reserve bank, he flies.
Really?
He's a pilot. Yeah.
Glenn.
Light aircraft. Yeah.
Boom. And you are right on it there, Koshi.
Really keen pilot.
Oh,
maybe it's his.
Maybe that's where he parks it, yeah.
All right, thank you, Grant.
Grant Denyer, boy, a plane in Martin Place. Hard to believe every plane enthusiast would want to be there today.
It's wacky, isn't it? There's a lot of rubbernecking going on with passers-by. Just not too sure about why there is a plane parked right in the centre of Sydney, the CBD. Never been done before. It's a wacky concept, but Aeromil Pacific, who are the Australian distributors of Cessna Australia, it's their concept because they just wanted to re-inspire everybody's love of flying. You know, as a kid, I built so many radio-controlled planes, never flew any of them, never finished any of them, but I built them anyway. But this is the Volkswagen of the sky, the Cessna 172, the most flown plane in the world, the most sold plane in the world. There's one of these in every single country around the globe. 50,000 of them have been sold. And it's basically just here, just in the centre of Sydney, just to remind us all, you know how easy it is to go flying, because people aren't really sure where to start. You know, back in the old days, you used to poke your head over your local airfield and have a look, and then you'd want to go on to be a Qantas pilot. Well, how does that happen these days? It's a lot easier than you think. You know, you can go flying solo in 15 hours and you can be up in your own plane, and the rental of a plane is much cheaper than you would imagine, so you don't need to be a rocket scientist or a rich man to go flying.
Does that include the ability to come down again in 15 hours?
No, just up. No, just up. It's another 15 hours to learn how to come down. You have to do that via radio while you're up there. No, of course it needs to come down as well, but it's a lot easier than you think as we have a look at the forecast. What Aeromil Pacific says is revolutionising the flying game and making it so much easier. This is a simulator that's set up here in Martin Place. You can have a go. It's the glass cockpits. There used to be like a myriad of dials on there, the old steam-driven dials that used to drive you nuts trying to figure out which one's which. It's now been replaced by just 2 monitors, which everything is right in front of you, which means you can jump from plane to plane to plane to plane, and everything's the same. So easier to learn, easy to get up there, and easier to get your licence more than ever at the moment. So, if you love flying, you've always wanted to be a pilot, it's a lot easier than you think. Come down to Martin Place and they can tell you more about it.
Terrific. All right, Grant, thank you for that.
What about Grant Denyer? Is there nothing that he can't do? He has turned Martin Place into a landing strip, and he has landed a Cessna in the middle of the town. For all of us aviation freaks, GD, we'd all love to be there with you today. Can I call you Golf Delta for GD?
Very well done, Mark Beretta. Beautifully job. And in fact, not only are you impressed and I'm impressed, but someone else is impressed. He's the master of his own domain because he's an extraordinary pilot in his own right. In fact, he's flown around the globe in a chopper, and he's the master of his own destiny, and a great Australian. Mr. Dick Smith joins us here this morning. Good morning, mate.
Morning.
We are talking about our love of flying and the fact that there's an extraordinary Cessna 172 parked right in here in the centre of town. Can you imagine what life would be like for you without flying?
I just love flying. It was 29 years of age when I learned to fly. A little plane that was similar to that changed my life. Unbelievable. Best country in the world for flying. We should be the leaders in the world for flying training and for recreational aviation. I've flown in, well, I think probably over 100 countries, and there's nothing as good as Australia for flying.
It's a beautiful country, but when you are the master of your own domain and your hands are on those controls and you can steer your own destiny, that's a pretty special opportunity.
We've got no borders. I mean, it's amazing. In many countries you go flying where you have to land to do the passports and everything. You don't have that here. So it's a great way of travelling. To me, this was landed here, by the way, by the famous modern aviator called, his name was Kingsford Hinkler, and he landed it here this morning. I mean, what great skill.
Look, very quickly, I know population is a topic that you're very passionate about. You have a documentary coming out in 2 weeks about population growth. It's a hot topic right now amongst our politicians. What's your concerns?
Well, my concerns are that you can't always grow. Our whole economic system is on growth, but already the world is hurting, so we've got to do something about it. On the ABC in 2 weeks' time, I've got a doco which examines that and basically says we should have a plan. It's as simple as that. You must have a plan. You just can't keep growing, what, 100 million, 1 billion people in Australia? No one could imagine that. And our quality of life, I think, goes down. I think we're a very nice size now. We've got to be careful. The wealthier will become wealthier, but normal wage and salary earners will get less.
So asylum seekers versus immigration?
I would double the asylum seeker number. It's tiny, 12,000. I'd go to 25,000 to be fair. But normal immigration, we're up to 280,000. It's ridiculous. That should be about 70,000 per year. It's still very fair and high by world standards, but it means we're doing the right thing and we're not wrecking Australia for the people who come here.
And if our dams are empty now, that's not going to get better, is it?
Look, you'll see in the documentary this most terrible situation where the farmers are bulldozing their crops. They've been paid by the federal government to bulldoze their crops because there's not enough water. It's the same government that says we're going to go to 36 million people. It's not logical. It's ridiculous.
All right, let's have a look at the forecast. Well, he started off in a plane very similar to that 172, and that was very much the reason he has the passion for Australia that he has now. It's the fact that he's seen it from so many different angles, namely up there, Koshy.
Okay. All right, Grant. Thank you for that. Thank you, Dick.
One of the great things, Grant, I think you've mentioned it before, being around Lake Burley-Griffin in the morning, is a number of people who are out for their runs and bike rides and walk in the morning. It's an active spot, Canberra, and we love that.
So physical, so much room to play out that way. And when it is unfortunately time to get out of there, I can come and help you. I can come and pick you up, Barrett's, because as tough it is to leave Canberra, got a comfortable ride. Once I can just get this baby to take off here in Martin Place, my chances, I don't know how good they are, but good luck to me. We can come down and get you.
Oh, fantastic, I look forward to that.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll catch you tomorrow, Barrett's. And look, it's time to bring those seats to the upright position. Put away your tray tables. Turn off those electric devices. We're coming into land. Turn them off. Turn them off. I've heard that a few times. And just check out your nearest exit, remembering it may be behind you as we have a look at the forecast for the final time. Look, if you've ever wondered how easy it is to get your licence to go flying, own a plane, finance, all the options are available. It's easier than you think. Come and see the guys down in Martin Place at Aeromil Pacific. They got all the answers. Or if you just want to be a Qantas pilot or even just fly on your own, it's easier than you think. You can be in the air flying solo in 15 hours. And yes, Kosha, that also means landing, being able to learn how to land in 15 hours. All the options are available in the trusty old Cessna.
Gee. Kids, if you're sick of doing 100 hours getting your licence for a car, you can get your plane licence in 15.
Bizarre.
That's interesting.
See, you got less things to run into up there. Makes sense.
Exactly right. All right, Drew, thank you. Thank you for that. There's logic for you.